Hello, this is Ashley from Crafting with Ashley and welcome to this video. This is the card we're making today. Isn't it a beautiful little seed of the garden shed? It's so peaceful, and at the moment with all the current drama and everything happening in the world, I think we all need something peaceful and therapeutic. So that's why I decided to make this card, because I love colouring, and colouring in is my therapy. It just calms me down and makes me feel a bit better about what's happening. So that's why I made this one. So I'm going to share it with you today. So the stamp set I've used is this one called Garden Shed, and I've used this beautiful stamp. So I have everything set up in my Stamparatus. You will be stamping this in StazOn. Look at that. These backings for dimensionals get everywhere, but anyway, I'm using another archival ink because I struggle with the smell of StazOn, and I have allergies as it is, so I don't need to add to the problems. So I'm using a different archival ink, but you do need to use a permanent ink for watercolouring, otherwise your watercolouring will just all smush everywhere. Okay, so I've got that nice and inked up, and then we're just going to stamp it. And the reason I put it in the Stamparatus is that it's stamped absolutely fine this time, but I just want to maybe darken up some of the lines, and so I can restamp it simply and easily with my Stamparatus. There we go, lovely. So now I'm just going to use my simple chamois here, just to clean up my stamp quickly, because it is a permanent ink and I don't want it to, I just want to clean it up. So there we go. So now I can take this out of, whoops, magnets are really strong, and just put that aside and bring this back. And as I said, we're going to do watercolouring, so I've got my watercolour pencils here in my Hogwarts pencil case. Do you like it? I like it. Brings a little smile to my face every time I do watercolouring. So I'm going to use both sets of watercolour pencils, 1 and 2. I love watercolouring. It was my first love. Before I ever did paper crafting, I did watercolour painting, and I just love the way the colour moves, and you can blend the colour and play with it. I love it. So I really love that we have our watercolour pencils back now. So I'm using them, and I'm going to be using my aqua painter, and I've also got my Stampin' my spritzer in case I need a bit of extra water. But what I am going to do firstly, I just remember, just take away my craft sheet so that I don't get my craft sheet all wet. Now I'm just going to put you on fast forward while I do the colouring, so I'll see you back at the end. Hello, so I've watercoloured it all in, and it's dried, and then I've cut it out using the rectangle stitch dies, as you can see. So that's those dies there. So let's just take this. I just kept it in place with a little bit of post-it note tape that I always keep here by my desk, and this tape should technically, just peel off without damaging the paper. So now we can just take our die off. Because it's the stitching, it does get stuck a little bit in the die. You just need to be a little bit patient. And as you can see, it's not that difficult just to there we go, get it out the die. So there is that little watercoloured image. So let's bring back everything else. And I don't think I told you at the beginning, but we used shimmery white cardstock to do our watercolouring on because it takes water beautifully, much better than our Whisper White. So we have a standard Whisper White, thick Whisper White card base. That's an A6 card base. So that's an A4 sheet cut in half and then folded in half. And then I've got here a piece of Call Me Clover, and this measures 14.35 centimetres by 10 centimetres. And we're just going to stick this piece on top of that. So I'm just going to use a bit of Tombow here to make sure it sticks well and surely because of the water. I find the wet glue is maybe a better option than my trusty snail. Okay, so that's fine. Just gonna make sure it's stuck down properly from that side, and then we're just gonna put some Tombow over the back here. And as you can see, because I store my Tombow upside down now, even when it's getting towards the end, I don't have a problem like I used to. So that makes life so much easier. And it really is the small things sometimes, you know, that make life a little bit more bearable. Okay, so stick that down. And then I've got some here of our matching Grosgrain Call Me Clover glue. Call Me Clover glue. Call Me Clover ribbon. What is it with me today? My mind is definitely not on crafting, unfortunately. But nothing I can do about the stuff I'm worrying about, so I'm going to craft instead, because I've always had the idea that if you can't do anything about it, then don't worry about it. Doesn't mean you're stupid, but there's nothing you can do about it. Well then, undue worry about it isn't going to help the situation. It's just going to make you feel worse and make you less able to deal with everything. So not always the easiest thing to actually, easy to say, not always the easiest thing to actually do, but I try to keep to that motto, even if it's a bit difficult. So I made a bow. For once it actually worked. And there we go. There are two cards. I really like them. Oh, I just do. I love it. It reminds me of summer and spring, and oh, I love it. So I hope you do too. Let me know in the comments. I hope you did like it. If you did, I'd be grateful if you could give it a thumbs up so YouTube know. And don't forget to subscribe to future videos. If you want any information about this project, supply list, etc., it'll be on the blog post on my website. And the links to that and all my other social media links are in the description box below. So thank you again, and until next time, enjoy being creative. Bye!